Hey, how you doing, Mr. Alvarez? This is Nathan Bates. I just wanted to take a few minutes. I know it's getting a little late in the evening, but I wanted to take a few minutes and make you a little video here. It's something that I kind of do when I'm talking to clients, and basically, I thought I could make you a little video here and kind of show you real briefly just some stuff that I talked to you about earlier this morning, and as well as maybe just give you like a real quick brief overview of some of the questions that you were asking, kind of what we do. So yeah, man, let me get into that real quick. And the first thing is here's a sort of a list, and this is sort of some of the things we do. We do build mobile friendly and responsive site design. Our websites, are built to rank on Google. So we spend a lot of time looking at the content, like the words, the wording that goes on the site, which is also known as keyword optimization. And there's a lot of research that goes behind that. Because you have to know what keywords that your potential clients and your potential customers are looking for, when they go to Google and the search engines, to find your location and to find your phone number and your email and to order from your stuff, to order from your site online if you have it set up like that, or to find your menu for your food and beverage locations. All of the reasons that your customers need to find you online. That a website is maybe not as effective if it's not being found by your customers and if it's not making you money. So that's what we do. Not just the design and the build of the actual site, but we do spend a lot of time making sure that they rank in the search engines, and that's what the SEO there, search engine optimization. That's what that stands for, and so there's a lot that goes into that, into making a website rank on Google, especially, or any of the other search engines. And some of those things are such as backlinks. What that is other websites like pointing to your website. Say you had a website, clevel.com, for instance, and you had maybe some other cool, authoritative websites pointing to yours. It's sort of like a vote of confidence or a letter of recommendation. And Google looks at that, and not all backlinks are created equal, by the way, either. Just like a letter of recommendation wouldn't necessarily be the same from, a bum down the street as maybe it would be from like an ex-employer or your priest or preacher, as far as a recommendation, a character reference. So your website needs character references, and that's how Google judges that by how other websites are linking to you. And so we take care of that for you too. Lead generation, there's lots of different ways to go into that, and that's a lot of times that's mainly for maybe phone-driven businesses such as plumbers and contractors and things. But we can make it work for almost any business. But if you have a retail location where it's basically, store traffic, you're not getting your customers based on like carpet cleaning. They get like phone calls to get their customers. They don't necessarily have as much foot traffic coming in the door. So we do lead generation. We can build a site specifically just for that. And I'll show you an example of one of those in a minute. And just real quick, too, the social media, we can do that. We can build all your pages. I know you have a lot of Facebook pages already built, but we can optimize those and get some more interaction with some customers, the local Galveston, as well as the tourists that come in. And, it just kind of social media is basically what it does is it just kind of adds some spice to your website, just standing alone. It's usually not too effective unless you just have a whole campaign just for social media. But still, even in that instance, a website's always going to be good to have, because that's kind of your core. Everything is going to kind of go back and direct to your website. And that's kind of like the hub of a wheel. So everything else would be spokes, like your social media, and all those other things, like your Google My Business. I'll show you that in a minute. That's this little map pack. Actually, I'll go ahead and show you that right now. I'll pull up Galveston Surf Shop. You see this right here, this little map that Google started putting on the front page of Google, right here. Your competitors: Ohana Surf and Skate, Surf Specialties, Beach Break, as well as some others. But anyway, this is the Google My Business, and and we can do that. This is actually pretty easy. I can get Sea Level Surf Shop up here, and beat these guys out pretty good. Look, this guy right here doesn't even have a website, and he's ranking in here. So if we put you together a package, an online visibility, kind of package, and we would have your website. And of course, so if this guy can get here without a website, I can certainly get you there without, with one. So for sure. And so that's just kind of a real quick look at like your competition, kind of what they're doing online. But anyway, that's the the Google My Business. And the reason, and the way you do that is citations. What citations are is just kind of having your name, address, and phone number out there on the web, as many places as you can get it. And we take care of all that for you too. But the places you would put that is like maybe Angie's List and, any kind of directories, Yellow Pages, Home Advisors, and there's tons and tons and tons. Facebook's, social medias are even one. I noticed, you have your, you have your address, your phone number, and things on your Facebook page. So Google does see that. That counts as a citation. If you have all this set up right, I notice yours is, you'll have a few pictures and stuff like that. But again, with a website, you connect your website to that. And Google is looking at all these things. And what we're doing is, we're kind of just playing the game with Google, giving Google what they want as it concerns to the website, make it relevant so customers, your targeted customers that are looking for what you have are finding you online. And that's what we do. Another way to, get found online is Google AdWords. Now that's Google, of course you can pay for search results, and sometimes you'll see these. Let's see if I can flip back over here real fast. But like you see the ads at the top. There's none on this page, but I think you've seen them. You know what I'm talking about, the ads at the top of a Google search. That's just paying. People are paying for the top listing. And so what we do with the SEO is we can get the top listing. They're called organic, and it's the regular websites that show up underneath the map pack. And so we can get those for free. And but Google also has, of course, a way where you can just pay your way to the top. Facebook ad campaigns, you've seen the little ads on Facebook. They're extremely targeted. You can narrow it down in many different ways, just to people that live in Galveston, people that like to surf, not just in Galveston, all over Texas, however you want to do it. You can narrow those down pretty good. That's why that's an effective campaign, a Facebook ad, because people are telling you what they like and stuff on Facebook, and Facebook keeps track of all that. So you can run an ad campaign, narrow it down really well, with some ad spend on that. We can help you take care of some reviews too. 3.8, we can get that up into the 4s, type things. And of course, consumers nowadays are looking at all that. I know, my mom and my girlfriend specifically look at reviews now before almost anything else. And so those are extremely important, to how you don't want to have a big 3.2 staring you in the face when your customers pull you up online. Call tracking too, again, for phone-based businesses, or even, if you just wanted to keep track of your calls. If we did like a lead generation type of a package, what we would do is we would include the call tracking, just so we would all have, basically, the calls tracked on the leads that were coming into your business. So if you did have another enterprise, say like, you had a carpet cleaning or a house cleaning or something like that on the side. And I know you guys do have a bunch of different, concepts. But if you did have more of a call-based business, we could set up a lead generation package, and add call tracking. Game changer, what that is if you put like an email list, email form on the side, or people put their name, phone number, address. What that does is that game changer, what that'll do is immediately shoot you a phone call, and it'll say that you have a lead, and you can call them back. And so that's pretty impressive when you fill out a request for more information on those forms online. Sorry, I'm trying to type and talk at the same time. When you fill out your information on one of those forms online, if you were to get a call back from that business immediately, that's pretty impressive to customers and consumers, and just helps the process to get them to buy. I just want to show you one of the lead generation sites that I did recently. Pasadena Plumbing Pros right here. Anyway, the meter's kind of bogging down. So Pasadena Plumbing Pros, I got it. It was maybe 4 weeks ago when I kind of built this site, and so we got it. So far, we've got it to the number 4 listing right here, Pasadena Plumbing Pros, with the 4.8 reviews. And like I say again, maybe 3 or 4 weeks old. And so let me just pull up the site real quick, and I'll kind of show you real quick what I meant about the lead generation site. So this site is just kind of built for no other reason other than to get phone calls, and to get people who in Pasadena who need plumbing services. And then I just this particular site is mine. it's my own personal property, you know, and then I can just sell the leads. But that game changer is, again, if you were to put your information here and then hit submit, then it would call your phone, and as a business owner, that's pretty valuable. So that's what that game changer is. So anyway, man, that's kind of like a real quick, you know, wrap up of what we do here, and some stuff I wanted to show you too, just real quick. I told you about this morning. Galveston beach gear. I just kind of threw these up. These are sort of like a little billboard, you know, that you can just, that I can, you know, just throw up on. And so Galveston beach gear, you know, maybe there's not millions of people searching for that every day or anything, but like I say, it is a term, and Google does recognize it as a term. So what I was able to do was kind of get your name, you know, it's sort of like a billboard, like I say, your name and your phone number there, right on the front page of Google. And again, this is nothing really that I would incorporate into any of our custom packages or anything, marketing packages, but it was just something so I could just show you real quick, you know, that I'm not, you know, full of it, I guess. And so, you know, Galveston Surf Shop, that's one that we would have to kind of put some effort behind. It's a little more competitive. This Ohana guy is, it's kind of all over the place. So, but he's not that hard to beat. Actually, I went behind the scenes on, the Mr. Ohana site here. And this will pull up real fast. This is another thing I can do real fast is, or this is part of, you know, how I do what I do is, you know, we analyze the competition, of course. We go, if we want to rank on Google, somebody else has to fall, you know, down. So we have to beat somebody out. So I looked up Ohana Surf and Skate, their website, looks pretty good actually. But to be honest with you, actually my computer's slowing down, but, they don't look like they'd be too hard to beat. You know, like these are those links, those backlinks I was talking about. They only have 64. In the grand scheme of things, relatively speaking, that's not very definitely, you know, beat that. Anything that they had there, we could beat that. Now check this out, Surf Specialties. That's your other competitor. He's only got 16. But the cool thing about him is he's got all that free traffic. He's got all these keywords showing up for organic search. That's just those free. You know, when your website shows up on Google for free, that's what he's got. So he's got somebody doing something, but he's showing up with very little, you know, backlinks, and so that's really not that hard to beat. But look at that, he's getting you know, 1,500 a month. I'm sorry, 1,500 a month. You know, basically free advertising there, and you know, I can come down here and look and see what his keywords are he's ranking for. You know, who his competitors are, Ohana Surf, Skate, Surf House Surf, you know. But we need to get you in there. We need to be the competitor that they're worried about, and that's what we can do, especially, I mean, specifically online and with the search engine. So, you know, I just showed you the Galveston beach gear. I just did another one too. It was Galveston surf accessories, I think I did, and you pulled up for the. On the front page of that too. So, like it's just a little billboard, you know, sea level with your number right there. I wouldn't expect to get, like, you know, the phone's probably not going to start ringing off the wall just because I did that or anything, but it's just a little, just kind of show you that I know how to get on that front page. Boom, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I did that in like 5 minutes, and you can tell I just did it like 18 hours ago on my own, you know, on my own on my own YouTube account. So we wouldn't necessarily shoot for those words. What we would do is kind of come down here and see what Google is saying people actually are searching for. You know, and that would be like the kind of the start. But I have tools and different ways to get like all those keywords, and there's probably, you know, a bunch up in the hundreds and everything. So that's what I do, Mr. Alvarez, and I appreciate your time, man. I just wanted to shoot you a quick little 10, 15-minute video, kind of go over that. But I do plan on coming by there tomorrow around 10 or 10:30 or so and hollering at you, my man. So, yeah, so I'll wrap this up, man. I appreciate it. Hope you have time to check it out. And if you have any questions, maybe I can answer those tomorrow when I holler at you then. All right, my man. Have a great night. Talk to you later.